Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to everyone. I wish each and every one of you the very best in 2019 and I wish all your dreams come true and that you'll stay happy and healthy. So happy 2019. So I am going to start the year off by sharing with you what is currently on my luxury wish list for 2019. But there are a fair few items on there, so it's probably not gonna all happen in 2019, but I like to keep a wish list so that I don't get distracted too much and I can keep my eyes on the prize. So I love watching other people's wish list videos. I just find them so fun to watch and I get inspired by what other people are considering. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'd love for you to also share what is on your wish list for 2019 or in general. So if you have any items on your wish list, I'd love to know. So please do leave them in the comments below and share with everybody. So I have divided my wish list items into 5 different categories. So I've got handbags, ready to wear or clothes, shoes, SLGs, and fine jewelry. So I'm going to start off by talking about what is on my handbag wish list because I just love handbags and that's how I started my luxury collection. I started off buying bags, then I started venturing into shoes and some clothes, but I'm a still handbag girl at heart. In saying that, I'm actually quite content with my current handbag collection. I do have quite a fair few bags because I was able to tick off a few items from my wish list last year. So for the most part, I'm actually quite happy with my collection. So I've only got about 3 items that I want to possibly add this year, but it's either me adding the 2 of them or the 1 of them. So I definitely won't be adding all 3 of them. So I'm going to explain as I go. So the very first wish list item that has been on my list for a really long time is the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag in the BB size. And I've been obsessed with the Capucines bag for a couple of years now, but I keep changing my mind on what color combination I want to go with. And that's the biggest reason that holds me back from adding one. So initially I really wanted the Gallet color, which is that beautiful mushroomy nude color. It just seems like a really cool tone beige or gray that will go with a lot of different items, and it is such a classic color. So I've been obsessed with that color for the longest time, and then I kind of went off it, and then I was then really obsessed with the black one with the silver hardware with the pink interior because that will just match my Capucines wallet perfectly. And the thing that was holding me back from adding the black one is that I have a few black bags in my collection already. I know there are different opinions about how many black bags are enough in a collection. Some people just love black bags and they just collect black bags because they know that is what they're going to wear the most. But other people kind of want variety in their collection. So I kind of agree with both opinions. So yeah, I was obsessed with the black one for a while. And then a couple of months ago, I stumbled upon a white one with the python strip. I was in love with that one because of the color is just so unique and luxurious, and the python strip just makes it quite unique. So then I thought that's it, that's going to be the one that I'm going to go for. And then I ended up getting the Chanel Reissue bag in that ivory white color. So now I'm really not sure what color to add, but I definitely want a Capucines bag. If you do own a Capucines bag, let me know what color yours is and let me know if you've got any suggestions. So that is the first bag. And then the second bag is a bit of a loose item. So I absolutely love my Chanel classic flaps. So I am open to adding another color, either in the medium or the jumbo. I just really love that style and it is the silhouette that I really love. So I'm not sure what color, but as you know, Chanel releases a lot of different colors each season, and if there is a color that really speaks to me from any of the seasons, I might actually add that one. And then finally, this is kind of a new development in my wish list. I never had these items on my wish list ever before because of the price point, and I am sure you can guess what I'm about to say. It is an Hermes Kelly bag. So they are extortionately expensive. So I never really thought that I was gonna be able to get one or that I could justify spending that much money on a bag. But recently, I'd say more the last year, I have realized in any given year, I do buy a few luxury items, whether it be a couple of bags and some SLGs, small leather goods like wallets and pouches, and some shoes. And I've realized they do add up to quite a big sum of money. You just don't realize how much they all add up to until you sit down and go through all your purchases. So I was actually quite shocked at how much everything added up to. That sounds super irresponsible, but each time that I make a purchase, I do budget for that specific purchase, but I never really add them all together and think collectively how much I've spent. spend. And then I realized in a given year, I do spend probably a good amount that could actually buy myself a Kelly or a Birkin bag if I didn't buy any of these other items. So I'm at a point in my collection that I do have quite a few things and I'm actually quite content with my collection. So this year, if I do end up being quite conservative with my purchases and I don't end up making a lot of different purchases, I may actually start actively looking for an Hermes Kelly. So out of the Kelly and the Birkin, my preference is the Kelly because of its more polished look, and also I absolutely love the shoulder strap. So that's what I'm thinking. And I know that you can't just walk into a store and grab one. I know you do need to have a sales associate offer it to you, and it could take years or months or whatever the case may be, but I will just have that fund set aside for a Kelly. Even if it takes a year or two or whatever it takes, I will leave that money set aside for it. So that will be my last handbag item on my wish list. Now onto the second category. In the clothing category, I've only got one wish list item actually, but it is a good one I think, and I think it will be really suitable for my style. And what it is the Balmain blazer. So last year I added 2 Balmain t-shirts to my collection. If you've watched my last video on best and worst luxury purchases of 2018, you would already know that I absolutely love these Balmain t-shirts. So I have been quite impressed with the details and the quality of Balmain. So I can say that that is the brand that has gotten me into designer clothing. And for the most part, I don't go designer on my clothes because my whole thing is high-low fashion, where I wear very affordable clothing and accessorize them with different designer accessories. And that's what I still would love to do. But I wouldn't mind having a couple of designer staple pieces in my wardrobe that will see me through many years. So the Balmain blazer is definitely on my wish list. At the moment, because it will be my very first blazer, I'll probably go for the black one with the gold buttons. So we'll see how we go. And I know that these Balmain blazers do go on sale on these luxury online retailers. So I am probably going to wait for a sale. And when I come across a price that I'm happy with, then I will probably get one. Now onto the shoes. Shoes are a bit of a new addiction for me. So, I mean, addiction sounds again very bad, but we use these terms loosely. I've been collecting designer shoes for probably 2 years now, so not super long, maybe 3 years. At the moment, I've got 2 items on my wish list. So the first one is by Valentino. I think I do have enough pumps in the Valentino Rockstud style with the pointy closed toe. But what I actually want to add to my collection is the high-heeled sandal version. So it's still the Rockstud range with all the beautiful studs. So the straps are all gold. It's open toe. The heel is a thin high heel that's about 10 centimeters, which 10 centimeters is the absolute maximum that I can walk in. So I can't go any higher than that anyway. And the reason I want to add these sandals is because the Rockstud pumps are beautiful. The slingbacks are beautiful, but I actually don't have anything that's really dressy. So I think in the sandal with the open toe, with all the gold details, they'll just be the ultimate dress shoes. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. Also, a lot of my handbags have gold hardware, so having a simple gold pair without other colors to it will work really well with any bag with gold hardware. So that is my thinking, but I haven't actually been able to find one at a good price yet. Because I'm so used to buying Valentino Rockstud, the classic slingbags on sale, I just haven't been able to swallow the full price of these sandals. So I'm gonna patiently wait and see if I can find one on sale. So that is what is on my shoe wish list. And then I have one more pair of shoes on my wish list, and it is from Vivier, and it is the Belle. I have it written down here because they just have the longest name. So it is called the Belle Vivier Trompette leather pumps. So these Belle Vivier Trompette shoes, they're kind of everyday shoes. So I love the simple lines that it has. It is also 6.5 centimeters in heel height. So it is the perfect height for every day. And at the moment, I'm loving the whole understated designer look. So I love the fact that these shoes don't have any big logos on them. They're still recognizable by people that are into luxury shoes because of the design features, but they don't have names or logos or branding on the shoes. So I love the subtlety of these shoes, and I'm thinking possibly a mushroomy color or the off-white color to go with my white bag. But we'll see what color I end up adding. But when I do get a pair, you'll be the first one to know. Now onto SLGs. There's only one item that I want to add to my collection this year, and that is the Chanel O case in the size small. So you can go into my smaller handbags. So I do have a Louis Vuitton mini pochette that I use for an everyday pouch, and let's just introduce some eye candies at this point because I feel like I've just been talking without showing you guys anything. So let me show you. So this Louis Vuitton mini pochette is what I use as a catch-all in all my handbags at the moment. So it is actually quite spacious. It fits everything that I need. So I usually have lip glosses, any of the makeup needs and all of that in there. The reason why I want to add a Chanel O case is because the mini pochette has a bit of a width to it. So when I am using a smaller bag, it does take up quite a bit of space. So in a larger bag, it really doesn't matter because this is still quite small. But in a smaller bag, even a small difference in size makes a difference. And I'm going to show you as an example. I'll show you in my newest Chanel bag. So this is my new reissue, which I've been loving. It's summer here in Australia and it's been so warm, so I've been able to use this and I am in love with it still. But anyway, enough rambling. So when I put the mini pochette in there, you'll see what I mean. So it fits like this. It fits actually quite comfortably, but with the Chanel flaps that are the small size or the medium size, by the time you put the mini pochette in there, it actually eats up quite a bit of the width of the bag. So if I have a wallet even, sometimes it's a bit of a tight squeeze, especially when the mini pochette is a bit more full. So I really want to add a Chanel O case so that I've got a slimmer version. It's a very similar size to Louis Vuitton mini pochette, but the width of it is much thinner. So I think it'll just fit a lot better in all my smaller bags, but I just haven't found the perfect color that I've really been happy with. So I'm going to try and check out the O cases every time a new collection is released. So that is the only thing on my SLG wish list. And then the final category is fine jewelry. So I've only got costume jewelry in my collection at the moment, but I don't actually own any designer fine jewelry. And this year I want to be a bit more quality over quantity about my jewelry. So I have two different things on my wish list. So the first item is the Van Cleef and Arpels Alhambra earrings. From my research, they do come in 3 different sizes. Correct me if I'm wrong because I'm very new to this fine jewelry world. But from what I've been researching, they come in the sweet size, which is the really tiny dainty size. And then they come in the vintage size and then a bigger size. Looking at them, I'll probably go for the vintage size. I don't have the smallest earlobes, so yeah, I've just got some Swarovski earrings at the moment. They're my favorite studs at the moment. If you have a look at my earlobe, they're not the tiniest. They're not very big, but they're not very small either. So that is the reason why I think the sweet size, although it's really cute and dainty, it might just look a little bit too small for the size of my ears. So I'm probably going to look at the vintage ones. In terms of color, I will probably go for the mother of pearl, the white color. I have been in store once and tried on the white pearl one and the black one because this is going to be my very first piece. I thought I'd just go with a very neutral color. In the future, when I have a few pieces, maybe I will be happy to add different colors. I absolutely love the green one, but for now I was going to add a neutral color. And when I tried on the black one, because I have Asian complexion with the darker hair on the roots, I mean, I do have balayage, but it is still, you know, dark hair. So when I tried on the black pair, they just didn't pop. But when I tried on the white pair, they just really popped against my skin tone and my hair. So that is probably the color that I'm going for in that vintage size. And then the very last item on my wish list is a Cartier bracelet. I have really grown to really love the look of either the Love bracelet or the Justin Clou. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but it is basically the classic nail design that they do. I wasn't really into them because I thought everyone's got them, but the more and more I see them, I actually really like them. So, you know, things just grow on you the more you see them. And also I love the fact that they are solid gold. I know you are paying an arm and a leg for these items, but I feel like if I'm spending so much money on this Hermes click-clack, and by the time you get a few pieces and you could have gotten yourself a fine jewelry piece. The only hesitation that I have about these bracelets is that I do work in the healthcare sector 5 days a week, so I work full-time and we can't wear any jewelry on the arms or the hands for infection control purposes. So if I'm only going to be able to wear them once or twice a week, if that, I'm just not sure whether they're really worth the price for me. And if I do end up purchasing one, because I just love them, I'll probably have to go for the thinner love bracelet, which is called the free love, or the Justin Clue style. And the reason is because with the classic love bracelet, you can't actually put it on and take it off yourself. And if I am someone that can just leave the bracelet on for days at a time, then I wouldn't mind so much because I can always get someone to do it for me. But if I always have to take it off for work, then that's just going to be too much of a hassle. I just want to be able to take it off myself and put it back on. So if I do still end up splurging on one, I'll have to either go for the free love or the Justin Clue. In terms of color, I'm not sure whether I'm going to go for the gold one or the pink gold. So I have tried them on. The yellow gold is very classic, but the pink gold I feel like did complement my skin tone a little bit better. And the pink gold isn't like a full-on rose gold. The pink gold that they do is actually quite subtle. So in certain lighting, they just look like plain yellow gold, which I really like about that because it does have a more classic look whilst matching my skin tone a little bit better. So there you have it. They're all the items that are currently on my luxury wish list, but this list is constantly evolving and changing. So who knows what I'm actually going to end up buying. So 2019, I am going to try to buy less in numbers, but maybe invest in higher quality. So don't forget to tell me what is on your wish list. If you've got anything, do leave them in the comments below so we can all have a discussion about everyone's wish list items. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you again in my next video. Bye guys.
Taking me home. One thing really do want. See that you're the worst, but it don't